This headline nails it. California's impenetrable environmental bureaucracy left LA Hills primed to burn. Like I said, lived out there for a couple of years. Do not recommend. 1 out of 10. Cannot recommend.
Yeah. No, look.
In early September 2020, a wall of flames whipped through Big Creek Canyon northwest of Fresno, approaching Shaver Lake and the small village on its western shore. The creek fire is one of the most aggressive wildfires the state had ever battled. Over several months, it burned more than 379,000 acres, making it one of the largest single fires.
Wow. It's a lot of acres.
A paywall that I did not notice. So this article is about what I was talking about earlier when we were talking about it takes 3 years to get a house started. You can't get
at a minimum.
You can't get any brush cleared. And it's in the links. Find this one here and drop it into. You know what? Maybe we can drop it into archives. Let's see if I can do that fast.
Archived. Is it archive.pm or something?
I got this.
I got this, man. I can do it. It's probably already been in there.
It is last archived
4 days ago.
Ha ha!
Ah!
Fuck you, paywall!
Fuck your paywall.
Land and fire experts say they know why for decades leaders with the utility responsible for maintaining the forest have been actively engaged in what is called total ecosystem management. They remove dead trees and set small prescribed burns to thin the ground cover, greatly reducing the fuel available for mega scorchers like the creek fire. That's what you're supposed to do. It's called land management.
It's called common sense.
You also can dig fire breaks, which is basically a ditch that the fire can't really cross.
It's a hard time jumping in.
Yeah. If you clear the brush that it can get to.
Well, I mean, Mother Nature has a way of what happens every spring? New stuff grows and then it dies.
Mother Nature has a way of something else too.
Yeah.
Mother Nature has a way of going puny human.
Yeah. We're going to flip you off like a booger.
Mother Nature really has a way of doing that.
Yeah.
We were talking about some rain that we had seen previously. More than 4 years later, massive fires around the Los Angeles have burned more than 35,000 acres around the second most populous city in the U.S., killing at least 10 people, destroying thousands of homes, businesses, and public buildings. And while the topography is different, the fires around L.A. are burning the chaparral landscape and the mountains and foothills around the city, not in forests. The lesson is the same. The LA fires got out of land due to poor land management. They're not allowed to do anything. They're not allowed to do any land management there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we can find out what the actual fines are if you were to clear brush without a permit.
We should have done that earlier.
Yeah, I know.
We should have done that. I mean, I could sit here and research, but
no, I don't want you to research. Somebody who
to watch these.
Let us know in a super chat if you find that information.
Oh yeah, what's the fines for illegally clearing land in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Which is basically what they do, throw a blanket statement over illegal land clearing.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, this is a huge cluster for rump.
Yeah, others have taken aim at the Los Angeles Fire Department leaders for shipping surplus firefighting gear to the Ukraine in 2022.
All right. And let's address that real quick. All right. So what we do in this country, right, is we spend tax dollars for the frontline military equipment, which is given to the active duty army. Then the older stuff is usually handed down to the reserves and National Guard, and they use it for a period of time until its service life is completely expired. And by then, the new stuff it's like it's like a cycle that never ends. All right. Now, if all we had was the active duty equipment, and the reserves and the National Guard had no equipment, if something kicks off, you don't have any backup. And that's exactly what they did here. They literally had the older equipment that was still serviceable, it could still be used, and they gave it away. How fucking stupid is that?
Yeah.
And on top of that, remember the pokey jabby thing that they wanted everyone to take? And
pokey jabby.
Yeah, the pokey jabby thing. Well, there's a lot of firefighters out there who are like, you know what? I'm not really cool with the pokey jabby being tested on 8 mice. I'm not taking it. Well, they were fired.
Yeah. Yep.
And now they're whining that they don't have enough people.
They just hired a bunch of bricklickers.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, man.
Yeah.
I've used this example on the show before, and I've used it while I was in college because, the professor always called on me when he wanted reality. It's a bunch of women in the class, like, yeah, women should be able to be in the army and firefighters. And I'm like, I raise my hand. I'm like, uh-oh. And he picks me. He calls my name, Pop, come down here. And I'm like, okay. And I run through the scenario. You're coming home from work. You're down the street from your house. It is on fire. You have 3 children in that house because you were just talking to them on the phone. The fire department is coming. Who do you want to see come off of that truck? 3 135-pound women or 3 men who are 6 feet and up, weighing over 200 pounds, swinging axes, ready to save your kids? Everyone in the class is like, I want the dudes. And it doesn't matter how well you're trained. It doesn't matter how good your equipment is. Sometimes when the shit hits the fan, you're going to need a man. And it's just that simple.
The deputy fire chief literally said what is in this cartoon that I am going to share. That view doesn't work because it obscures. You know what? Fuck us. We don't need to be there right now. Don't worry. I'm an emergency responder who looks like you. Help. My husband's still in there. My leg's broken. I can't get up. Looks like he got himself into the wrong place. The deputy fire chief of Los Angeles said, well, I can't carry a guy who's my weight out of a fire, but he got himself into that position, so it's his fault that he's there.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.